Have you ever wanted to do a book signing from anywhere at any time, even virtually? Well, now you can with BookFunnel's latest feature. Hey folks, my name is Jack. I'm our lead author support specialist here at BookFunnel. And today in our feature spotlight, I'm going to be showcasing BookFunnel's latest feature, digital ebook signing. Now, I'm going to show you everything about the feature here shortly, but just to give you a summary, this feature allows you to customize, sign, and deliver digital ebooks to your readers for in-person signing events, even virtual signing events, or as rewards for Kickstarter, your newsletter, that sort of thing. Once the feature goes live, you're going to find it on your dashboard under a new tab we're calling Author Events. You'll be able to find it right here on your left-hand menu under Print Codes. From the events page, we're going to be able to set up a signing event, add books to it, and more. So let's dive in. First, we'll go to the action button in the upper right-hand corner and add a new event. And on this event creation form, we'll be setting up our signing event details. First, we have to give our event a name. And readers will see this, so you do want to be cognizant of what you put into this field. For example, if you're going to be at a reader event in person, you may want to name this signing event after that. If this is a virtual signing event or something of that nature, you'll want to name it appropriately as well. We can then add our event dates. This would be a start date and end date for the event. Now, these are optional. If your event is going to be lasting for a specific period of time, you can add a start date and an end date, or you can leave it open if you intend to reuse this signing event. There are use cases for both scenarios depending on how you want it to work. You'll always be able to come back and change this though. So if you've set an end date and that date has passed and you want to reuse that signing event, you'll still have the option to go in and edit that event and remove or change that end date later on. It's very similar to how you can change the expiration date of a landing page, for example. Next, we can look at sign-up options. You do have the ability to collect emails and have them added to your mailing list with digital ebook signing events. If you have integrations on your account, for example, you will be able to select the integration list you want those subscribers to be added to. If no list is selected or you don't have integrations on your account, emails will be collected in a CSV file that you can then manually upload to your mailing list. Next, we need to select the books we want to use for this signing event. You can select one or more books to sign at your signing event. So you'll see I've selected one book here, but I could add additional books to this field to be able to pick and choose which book I'm signing. Or perhaps you want to give readers a choice of which book they want to receive as a signed ebook. You'll just want to add those books here before you create the event. Now, optionally for this, you do have the ability to enable a landing page for readers to sign up for signed copies. If we check this box, that will expand this panel and give us additional options for a landing page that will allow them to sign up before you then sign their ebook for them. This has a few uses. For example, at in-person events, you can provide readers a link to this landing page ahead of time so that while they're waiting in line, they can submit their name and email to the landing page. And then when they finally come up to get their ebook signed, it's already there waiting for you, and it streamlines that whole process. This is also very useful for virtual signing events, where you can then provide a link to readers, say in your Zoom book club, or if you are live streaming on social media, you can make this link available. Readers can use that link to then submit their email and request a signed copy. And then you can sign those books. This also allows you to collect these emails ahead of time and come back and sign ebooks later if that's how you're going to set things up. So you may be signing the ebooks immediately, or there might be a delay depending on what the case may be and how you're using the feature. We do recommend that you communicate to readers in the event that there's going to be some sort of delay. If you put this landing page link on your website or in your newsletter, for example, maybe you'll sign those ebooks once a week. We recommend that you put something on this landing page in the paragraph from the page greeting or the page message that communicates to them when or how frequently you'll be signing these ebook signing requests. As always, with these fields, we have the ability to customize our formatting. Additionally, if you are on the bestseller plan, you do have the option to insert images and embed videos as well. There's also a field where we can customize the text that appears next to the mailing list checkbox. This text is in here by default, but you can customize it to your liking. Again, as a reminder, having a landing page is optional. You don't have to complete this step. If you just want to do signings in person, you can forego creating this landing page. But once we've got everything ready to go, we can click Save and Close, and now our event is created here on our dashboard. You'll see this will look very similar to our book details or landing page details pages that you're probably familiar with, but there's a few things here that are different, as you can probably also see. For starters, we do have our reader sign up page link, which is available for us once we create the page. If I open this in a new tab, we can view the page. It's a very simple page. They can submit their first name, their email address, and a comment. Perhaps they want you to write a special message in the signing, and they can put that information here. And then there's the checkbox if they want to join your mailing list, and then they can submit their information. So a reader may fill it out like this and then click submit. And this is the message that will show to them. Expect an email from help@bookfunnel.com with your content once the author has had a chance to sign it. Now, going back to the event details page, I also want to point out a couple other things about this link. When I click on it, you'll notice this drop-down menu. Previously, BookFunnel has always provided the options to open a new tab and copy to clipboard, but there is now a third option, which you'll see for this and other links on your BookFunnel dashboard, which allows you to generate a QR code. Clicking this will open up this pop-up, which will allow you to download the QR code that links directly to your ebook signing page. You can then put this QR code onto physical media, say perhaps some signage at the booth where readers are going to be coming up to get their ebooks signed. They can scan it on their phone ahead of time. Makes it really easy for them to access that link without having to type it in on their phone or something like that. This feature will be available for other links on your BookFunnel dashboard, not just digital ebook signing. Here is the link to launch the event window. This is where we will sign our books from. If we click this, it will open the signing window in a new tab. And this is what you'll see if you don't do any further customization. You'll have the opportunity to enter a reader's name and email address. You'll have the option here to check the box for them or have them check the box if they want to join your mailing list, and select the book that you want to sign for them. There are also options here for the signature background where you can add tip sheets that will be inserted into the book. In this case, we haven't uploaded any of those yet, so they don't show here, but I'll show you how you can do that here in just a moment. You'll also see that we have our waiting readers at the bottom. This is where we submitted our email previously, and this list will grow as readers submit their emails to the signing event. While I'm here, I can click this button and it will move that reader's contact information and everything up to this section where I can then quickly add their information, sign a book, and then move on to the next one. This just makes it faster rather than having to shuffle around devices or hand your device over to the reader to submit their information. They can do it ahead of time and you can just click that button and it moves their information into the spot it needs to be. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's look at some of our additional customization options that we have available. For starters, we have our signature presets. Now, your signature presets allow you to choose which colors and pen sizes you want as presets when you are signing. By clicking the plus sign, I've added an additional color here where I can click on the color field to select manually, or what I would recommend is knowing the hex codes of the colors that you want to use. So for example, if you want to use colors that complement your book cover, you would find those hex codes and then you could enter them here to find a very precise color. So for example, here's a very precise shade of pink that might complement your book cover. And only that shade of pink, only that hex code is going to produce that exact color. You'll want to do this ahead of time before the signing event, if possible. If not, these default options should still work well for most cases. You can also change what the default pen size is for that color. If you want to make it a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner, depending on what you want, you have the option to adjust that ahead of time here. Now, under the Books for this event section, this is where we have the option to upload custom images to sign. In this case, we've just uploaded one book, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and so we can go ahead and add images to this. So I have a few custom images that I've created here to use for this particular signing event. I can then select where these should go. So for example, by default, it will be at the start of the book, but maybe I want it to go instead in front of the title page, or maybe I want it at the start of a particular chapter. You can select that section where you want it to go, and that's where it will be added after you sign it. Now, if you wanted to replace that chapter or section of the book, you can also do so by checking this box. Now, keep in mind that will completely replace that section of the book. This would be useful, for example, with the title page of your book, or if you're going to sign the actual cover image. If I were to upload the cover image here, you could replace the cover image within the contents of the book with the signed version of the cover. That way there's not like a duplicate page or something like that. Now, none of the custom images that I've uploaded are like that, but you can imagine the sky's the limit here. You can get really creative with the custom images you use and where you insert them into the book after they're signed. Now that we've added a signature preset and added custom images, we'll go ahead and launch the event again and see what options are available to us now. So here I have the book selected. I'm going to go ahead and enter the reader's name and email address. And now that I have that info, I can decide what page I want to sign. There will always be a blank page option, which you can select. And when I click on this here, it will open a blank canvas. If I have no color selected, you'll be able to sign in black ink on the page like this. But I can switch colors and use a variety of colors in my signature if I want to. You can even get creative and add little doodles or whatever it is you want to do with your signature. We also have the undo and clear buttons. Undo should be pretty obvious. It's just going to undo the last mark you made, and clear will completely clear the page clean. Now, if I go back and select one of my custom images, now that page will be here for me to sign with whatever is on that image. Again, this could be the cover. This could be the title page of the book. In this case, I've added some artwork. You could do something similar to that from your book, whatever the case may be. And then I can add my signature here to the book. And again, just to demonstrate, if I do any further customization and then I want to go back, maybe I made a mistake, I can undo all of that there and start over. Now that I've got my ebook signed for the reader, if I'm ready to send it, I can click Save and Send, and the book will then be sent to that reader, and I'm ready to sign the next book. You'll also notice that now that we've delivered an ebook, we can export the CSV of readers who have received those signed ebooks. So as you're delivering them, you'll have a record of who's received ebooks this way, and also who's joined your mailing list. As always, I can go back and make changes. If I want to edit or delete this event, I just have to go to the action button in the upper right-hand corner. And from the author events tab, if I have multiple events, you'll see just like your books tab or your landing pages tab, you can sort through them. You can click the gear icon to view or edit the details or delete those events from your dashboard. So it's very intuitive, just like the rest of your dashboard. So that has been our feature spotlight for BookFunnel's newest feature, digital ebook signing. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at support@bookfunnel.com. We'll get back to you as soon as we can and answer any of those questions you might have. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos from BookFunnel, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.